Hello boys and girls, welcome back to my workshop. I've just been cutting some little pieces of wood for the garage that we're making. Remember we started that a few weeks ago? I'll show you where it goes on the garage. The reason I'm doing this is because today's project on rockets won't take very long, I'm hoping. So let's just come around and have a see where this will fit. That was our cardboard garage. Remember we finished that with its little car wash. And this is the wooden one. That piece of wood is just going to go on there. We've just about finished the rail. It's got to now come along here and go round and come down the ramp. And then this garage will be finished. The pumps are all done. And the car wash works the same as the other one. The car wash door is there for it to go through and it works the same way. So that should be good. Once that's finished, I'll bring them both to the preschool. And when you come back, you'll be able to play with both of these, along with all the boats and other things we've made during this time we've been away. Well, now I'm going to just sweep our tabletop here, the saw bench tabletop, because I want to work on this with our rocket today. And I need a big space, because the rocket's going to be interestingly big, but easy. So that's tidy. Now the other thing we need to do is take the blade down because we don't need that sticking up. I'll cut my fingers on it. So I'll just take the blade down. Goodbye blade. Down you go out of the road. Now I can bring over my rockets to talk about. Yesterday we made the moon lander, or the lunar module as it's called in the Apollo system, and I've made this little model. You saw this on Monday, that represents the command module, or the nose part of the rocket, and the service part, the bit where the beds are, where the men can have some sleep and some food, and of course a jet, big motor there, big rocket motor rather, to power that. So I'll just put that there for now, and I'll get you some photos to remind you how they look. So here we are. Here's the nose cone. The men sit inside that. It's the only bit that's going to go back to the Earth after that big tall rocket. Remember how tall the rocket is? Look, there's the nose cone on the very top. There's it up close. Just that little bit of there, very tiny bit with the men inside. It's going to go back to the Earth. All the rest stays, even the moon lander. So here's our moon lander. Remember, it was on the part of the rocket that was here, and the bits blew off the side and out it came, and it went down and landed on the moon. Now when it gets back, when it launches back off the moon, it zooms up on its rocket motor that's underneath it, up into the space above the moon, and then it starts to orbit the moon by rolling over on its side and going round and round the moon. And remember, there's two people in this one, but there's one person who stayed up orbiting the moon in the command module, and they're going to come together like so and join up. And then the men in the rocket, or the moon lander, can go through into the command module, have a nice sleep, get ready to go back to the Earth. And then of course when they're ready to go back to the Earth, that will go away again. And then the nose part, this command module, will come away. And this little bit's going to go back to the Earth. When it gets close to the Earth, it's going to parachute down. So little parachutes will come out of here, and it'll turn around and it'll go down into the water. So I've taken the moon lander away and the rocket, and I've bought a big piece of cardboard because I thought it would be quite fun today for us to go in a rocket. So we need a big piece of cardboard, and I managed to find a big box and cut this piece off the side, and you can see that where it bent there. We'll have to fix that part up at some stage. But what I'm going to do is cut this into a rocket shape, and we're going to put a window in it so we can look out as the rocket takes off. Do you think that's a good idea? So I need my big black marker. Here it is. And I'm going to cut off this big part here to be the nose. And then the rest of the rocket's going to come down this way. I'm trying to maximise the amount of the side we can have. That's going to come down here. Then I need some plates to make my window. So I'm just going to reach down and bring up some plates to draw our window with. I hope Linda doesn't mind me using her plates. So I'm going to put one like upside down here and draw a circle. That's going to be our porthole that we can look out from our rocket when it's travelling through space. Maybe I should use a coloured pencil rather than my felt tip, because it looks like some of it's coming off on Linda's plate. I might be in big trouble. Maybe I should wipe some of that off with my rag. So I'll put that one down. And now we'll do one on the middle. I think this is going to be a good window to look through. I think it will be. I'll pop that down out of the road as well. Look, that's going to be our window to look out when we're travelling through space. I think that'll be great. I'm going to put some nuts and bolts on here to hold this together. There's a big nut here. Another one. Bolting these up. So you have to make this very strong if it's going to space. Don't want the glass to come out, do we? Now, I'm going to cut along here, side. So let me snip this way. It's quite thick cardboard, so this might be quite a hard job. If you've got thick cardboard, you might need some help from Mummy and Daddy. So you do anyway. Oh, dearie me, that is tough cardboard. Oh, that was hard work, right to there. Now the interesting part is what we'll do is we'll flip this over so we can have the same pattern going this side. So I'll put that like so. And then I can put the pen back on here. And we can throw that bit away because we don't need it for now. And I can start to cut this side. Well, that was a big job of cutting with this cardboard. It was the hardest cardboard I've had so far. Most of the brown cardboard's been quite easy, but this is a really strong one. I didn't realise how tough it was. So I've still got a bit to go. I've got this half. So I'm going to turn this one over here and mark that one as well. So we've got a nice match for our rocket. There we are. And I'm going to cut that one now. Well, that was hard work cutting this cardboard. It really was hard. Now the next thing is just to make the nose on the top of our rocket. I'm going to come around here. Here's going to be the nose. I might paint that a different colour. And I don't really like it floppy like so. I need to fix that up. So I might put some sticks on the back to make it strong. Now I need to cut out the window so we can peep out when we travel through space. That would be good, won't it? That was really hard work. In fact, I had to get my Stanley knife to cut this cardboard. Now you're not allowed to use Stanley knives or any sort of knives, you know that. But this cardboard was so strong, I needed to use my really sharp knife. It was the only way I was going to cut that out. And you can see that I had to cut across this way and across this way. And I had to cut the pieces out. In fact, that piece needs a little bit more of a cut. And it'll come away. There we are. There we are. That'll cut out the window. So that was really hard work. And I'll tell you why it was such hard work. I didn't find out till I turned it over. This was the box that Marianne's printer came in. her new printer. You might have seen it in her office. And they must have wanted to look after that printer really badly, because this is the strongest cardboard I've ever known. So I hope if you make one of these rockets you don't get really hard cardboard like this. You get more soft stuff. But anyway, our rocket is finished. It's got a nose cone. What hasn't it got yet? It hasn't got fins, has it? So that'll be a bit we could add in another time. But look, we can travel into space and look out. I can see you. I can see you by the stars. It's going to be great. Now, I just want to stop that flopping. So I've got some sticks that I've cut, and I'm going to use my sticky tape to stick those on there. And then it'll be ready for the bottom half. We'll do that next time. So in the meantime, folks, look after your parents and be good children for them, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.